It's going to really crush a lot of businesses because for two reasons. One, it pen tests the underlying architecture. Because if you run an algorithm or an LLM on an architecture that actually doesn't work, or is crumbly or crispy, or somehow is only built for one use case, which is a lot of it won't work. It will also crush architectures because there'll be an inability on the LLM side or on the large language model algorithm to like, well, how do I create a barrier between them and my trusted network and the classified and non-classified? Also, how do I have a barrier between the algorithm or large language model and decisions that are ethical, involve ethics or norms, or I have to trust this before I shut down this plant, or I can't have everyone in every single office or every single hospital bed be of one demographic. And our business is built to do that. So the other thing about large language models and, quite frankly, algorithms is it's just really good for America because, first of all,
it's good for America because
it's while we struggle with like imposing trust on it, and of course my company is in the business of that, and we have, I think, enormous advantages. If you try to do this in China or Russia, there are just too many things you're not allowed to research. The rules are going to be too stringent. They're not going to actually be able to build this. They're very far behind. The culture for building it is not exactly there. And then it's good for America because we have great allies in Europe, and we're just much quicker at adopting technologies.
We all talk about OpenAI, but obviously Google's trying to do this. Others are trying to do this. Is this kind of technology ultimately become a commodity, or is there something very specialized about it?
Well, the large language model a lot comes down to powering the consumption. So they're going to be very, very large language models. I think they are going to end up being somewhat specialized, but the real value, the part is going to be the intersection between your business logic, your business norms, or your laws and ethics, and large language models. And the people who get all those three are going to make money.
Imagine a world where artificial intelligence isn't just a part of futuristic movies, but an essential tool in our military's arsenal. Today, the stock market is abuzz with the exciting news of Palantir Technologies, Inc., securing a colossal contract with the Army Research Laboratory to extend their revolutionary Maven Smart System across the U.S. military branches. This groundbreaking contract, valued at a hefty $99.804 million over 5 years, promises to redefine military operations. But how significant is this development, and what are the potential reverberations across the stock market and military landscape? To fully appreciate the gravity of this event, we'll delve deeper into the details. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Investocracy.
Of course, I'm joined by a very special guest, Dr. Alex Karp, CEO and co-founder of Palantir. Alex, thanks for joining us.
Very happy to be here.
All right, so Sarah mentioned beautiful background here. We're at AIP Con. This is where your customers, they come and they talk about working with your software, AIP. That's going to include BP, a new customer, also AT&T, a longtime customer, talking for the first time. So a big day and also a big month. You're joining the S&P. Your company, previously kind of mysterious, private for about 17 years. Now you're going to be in the S&P. You're going to be added to millions of 401ks. How does that feel for you as a founder? What does that mean for the company?
Well, yeah, it's been a long ride. I've been at this together with other Palantirians for almost 20 years. And, you know, we believed that we could build a company that would make America and its allies stronger, better, more intelligent, more agile, wealthier. And we took a lot of positions that looked outside the norm. Some people said batshit crazy, like America is good, the West is good, we should fight for meritocracy. We can make industry in America dominant, not apologize for being the best and greatest country in the world, our allies around the world. Actually, the most radical thing we ever did was build software that actually was fully aligned with our customers, with our partners, whether they be military or commercial. The way you were told to build a software company was stay away from government at all costs, because that might help somebody. Build software that makes customers feel like they're being pleasured while they're being screwed. We never did that, and we stood by our values, and I'm really proud of Palantirians and our supporters, and it's an incredible ride.
Palantir Technologies, renowned for its cutting-edge data analytics platforms, is in the spotlight again, but this time the stakes are higher than ever. The contract with the DEVCOM Army Research Laboratory is set to extend the capabilities of the Maven Smart System across multiple military departments, including the Army, Air Force, Space Force, Navy, and U.S. Marine Corps. This advancement isn't merely about deploying sophisticated software. It's about a strategic, high-stakes framework supported by the National Geospatial-Intelligence Agency's Maven AI framework. The aim is to enhance battlespace awareness and improve military readiness, fundamentally altering how military operations are conducted. In the words of Shannon Clark, head of defense growth at Palantir, to stay ahead of our adversaries, we must deliver software advantage at speed and at every level of the Department of Defense. Now, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's quickly address the elephant in the room. Why did PLTR shares trade lower in the pre-market session despite this promising news? Well, stock market humor has it that sometimes even stellar news can cause a share to dip, perhaps reminding us of the famous quip, "The stock market is filled with individuals who know the price of everything, but the value of nothing." Investors might be cashing in on previous gains, causing a temporary dip. Understanding market dynamics is crucial, and often, sophisticated algorithms and institutional investors play a significant role in these early reactions. Focusing on the contract itself, Akash Jain, president of Palantir USG, elaborated that this contract vehicle will allow every military department to tap into the innovation that the Office of Secretary of Defense and NGA have created through Maven. This sentiment is echoed in the actual figures. According to Benzinga Pro, PLTR stock has skyrocketed by over 149% in the past year, a testament to its credibility and the market's confidence in Palantir's technology. Such a significant rise isn't just a matter of numbers, but reflects a deeper trust in Palantir's capability to deliver groundbreaking solutions that are both reliable and transformative. But before we go any further, if you want to keep up with Palantir's latest updates and keep up with the stock market's latest news, you can follow our Twitter account. We post multiple times daily about the biggest changes and catalysts in the market, so click the follow button if you don't want to miss the newest market updates. Now, back to the video.
You've been on the record that right now, only two things matter: chips and ontology. All right, so you don't make chips. What's ontology? You've been out talking about ontology, kind of preaching about it. How does it relate to enterprise customers and the use of AI?
So AI is a mysterious revolution. People basically have it wrong. They think all the values in the large language models. Large language models are like hydrocarbons in the ground. They need to be processed. If you're going to do something beyond chat, something that is crucial for the business, like bringing hydrocarbons out of the ground, or actually in the government context, monitoring troops, figuring out how to kill your adversary while staying alive, that raw knowledge has to be processed and put into your system, in the logic of your system, and in the security model of your system at the cost your system wants to pay for a particular kind of model. So long story short, that hydrocarbon-like LLM is essentially worthless to your business without the processing capabilities, both in the ontology and in Foundry. And we believed this 5 years ago. We figured this out, by the way, by doing work for the U.S. government. Some of that work is going to be presented today. So if you want to really kill your adversary on the battlefield or change the economics of your business, you need a way of processing the raw resources.
The Maven Smart System isn't just another piece of software. It's a critical component in the global integration, force management, and joint targeting workflows, utilizing advanced AI to deliver real-time, actionable insights. This is not an incremental upgrade, but a transformative leap in military technology. It's exactly this innovation which allowed Palantir to secure such a competitive deal, enhancing its standing in both civilian and defense sectors. This technology's implications mean that not only will military operations become more efficient, but the safety of service members will also be significantly improved by offering precise, data-driven decisions in critical situations. The strategic importance of this contract cannot be overstated. The potential for PLTR to grow in this sector is enormous, especially when considering the increasing demand for AI-driven solutions within various military branches. It's a reminder that Palantir is not just navigating, but rather carving out paths in unexplored territories of modern warfare. The contract showcases Palantir's unique position at the intersection of cutting-edge technology and national security, positioning itself as a crucial player in both fields. Additionally, the company's reach is amplified for investors via the REX AI Equity Premium Income (ETF) and Global X Defense Tech (ETF). These funds provide avenues for investors to gain exposure to the defense tech advancements pioneered by Palantir. Analyzing the tweets and comments from market insiders, it's clear that while there's palpable excitement around the stock, there's also anticipation of the massive impact this contract will have on Palantir's future revenue streams. For investors looking to capitalize on technological advancements within the defense sector, Palantir offers a promising avenue. But before going any further, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
Dan, the Messi of AI. I mean, that's a tall order right there.
I think that's really what CARP's built. And in my opinion, it's still undiscovered as just a broader AI play, which is why I believe they're the Messi of AI. I think there's a golden path right now for them to monetize what we view as potentially $1 trillion market opportunity. And I think investors still have not recognized what this golden goose could be.
Yeah, I mean, as we just mentioned, the stocks moved pretty ferociously here in the last couple of months and since the start of the year. When you think about some of these newer AI applications in real time, they're already being applied on the battlefield. Case in point, Ukraine. Palantir is a key example of that. Do you think this is a situation where investors don't fully understand what this company does because so much of it is defense tech? And yes, I realize it's expanding out to the commercial side too, but there's a lot that they can't talk about, for example.
Well, I think that's the biggest misperception. I can tell you, we're talking to many in the 202 area code. The reputation of Palantir speaks for itself in terms of, any sort of operations, three-letter agencies. Now, if you're an enterprise CIO, and this is the conversations I've had, you're looking toward AI platform approach, Palantir is potentially the first call. And that's why I think in this AI gold rush, what I view as the fourth industrial revolution, of course it's Nvidia, Microsoft top of the mountain with Nadella. You look at second, third, fourth derivatives, right now Palantir front and center. And that's why I think this is a stock. You look at our bull case model, I think this is ultimately $25. And I think as they execute, more investors start to look at it.
So, what does all this mean for the discerning investor? It's simple. Palantir Technologies is positioned for substantial growth. The $99.804 million contract with the Army Research Laboratory is not just a financial victory, it's a validation of Palantir's strategic direction and technological prowess. The stock's impressive 149% gain over the past year highlights its upward trajectory, and with this new contract in the mix, the sky's the limit. The substantial capital injection and the inherent trust placed by the U.S. military in Palantir's capabilities are indicative of the broader market potential. Current market predictions suggest that PLTR's growth is far from over. Analysts are optimistic about the company's future, given the growing reliance on AI within the defense sector. The ability of Palantir to secure additional contracts in the future might further elevate its stock value. So, why wait? Opinions are varied, but if current trends are anything to go by, investing in PLTR could be a decision you won't regret. It's an exciting time for both the company and its investors as Palantir continues to push the boundaries of what's possible with artificial intelligence and data analytics. Now, what are your thoughts? Do you see Palantir's innovative strides as a game changer for the stock market? Do you believe this new military contract is a significant milestone or just another step in Palantir's journey? We'd love to hear your insights and opinions on this compelling development. Engage with us in the comments below. And finally, if you would like to know what companies like Palantir have been up to these past few days, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen. See you there.